Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly prediction for July 2020. My name is Sabini, and if you're new to this channel, this is Timeless Flux. Welcome. If you're back again, thank you very much for coming. And I have to tell you something. I'm going to explain how this reading is going to go, but right from the top of the bat, I have a lot of double cards here. I have double cards in this position, double cards in this position. I have double oracle cards for both oracles I've shuffled from, okay? So I'm feeling an energy for your month of July that is quite dubious, okay? So maybe there's a decision you have to make, or maybe even you're seeing double meaning as you enter this month in many of the things you've been hearing from people around you. But okay, we'll see what this is all about. But there's some kind of duality already here for you. Let me explain how this reading is going to go. This first row here is going to talk about upcoming energies and energies that are leaving your life in this transition June, July. And this roll of cards here talks about more specific things, okay? So advice on how to act on a daily basis. And if there's something directly related to love and professional life, I'm going to tell you so. Another important thing to tell you is that I'm going to work this dice at the end of the reading. This is the Tata Inti Oracle, the Sun Oracle of the Incas. And you'll be able to ask a yes/no question. So if you want, you can spend some time right now or during this reading, depending on what you hear and how it resonates, thinking about a yes/no, and maybe question that you could ask at the end of the video. Okay, so let me hydrate a little here. These are also the first videos that I'm recording in this positioning from this angle. So if you want to comment down below how you think about that. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit to get the cards from this table. I'll solve this for the next videos, but okay. The first card I have representing you is the Star, okay? And with this energy here in the Star, I see that you're hopeful. You're hopeful about what's to come to July, and there's something. It's interesting because I was talking about duality, and you see that this character here, the Star, is all about transmuting dualities. It's all about leading with above and below energies and making them work well together. Okay, so again, I see that there's something you want to bring to union. Okay, maybe two opposing aspects of your life you want to bring into union, or at least a decision, maybe even a tough decision for you that you need to make this month, but you're hopeful about it. The energy is very, very good. It's very, very hopeful. Now let's see what we have as incoming energies. And sorry, you guys, this is the first time I'm using this table. This is actually my office table, so I hope it works, but the cards are kind of sticky. Okay, so I have the Temperance upright. I have two cards, as I told you, duality. I have the Seven of Cups and the Hermit together in the same position. They didn't want to let go of each other. And I have the Four of Pentacles for the end of your month. Okay, so this is not bad. It's not bad at all. This is actually very good. What I see here is that you're feeling hopeful about a decision, important decision that you need to make, okay? Maybe you don't even think about it as a decision, but you're contemplating a path in life, and this could be related to love, this could be related to work, this could even manifest in many different areas of your life at the same time, but you're contemplating a new path in life. You're contemplating how could you go about things in a way that suits you best, okay? And what I see here is that in June you really worked with balancing yourself. up, okay? You were trying to find some balance, you were trying to find more connection to spirit, if you believe in that, or if you don't, to your higher self. You were trying to, and you actually succeeded in that, you were trying to manifest calm and equilibrium. Okay, now at this moment, from in this transition from June to July, with the Hermit here, I see that there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of instinctive and spiritual knowledge that you've been downloading because you were able to reach a certain point of balance in your life over the month of July. Okay, and this influences, I'm telling all the signs, maybe this is a process that even started at the end of May and then you were able to complete in the month of July. Okay, but sorry, in the month of June. But what I see here is that this past month was dedicated to trying to be calmer, to trying to be more proactive when it came to your own well-being and finding this kind of balance. And because you have dedicated to do that, now you're facing life from a deeper spiritual centering perspective. But I also have, together with the Hermit here, I have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is a classical card talking about many different possibilities and maybe even feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the many opportunities you have in your life right now and not being able to choose. So again, I have a confirmation here of you trying to choose, but now it's as if you're choosing from a completely different viewpoint. You already know, you already feel, even more than knowing, you already feel more balanced. So maybe even for some of you, you see that there are many different love opportunities, work opportunities, precisely because you managed to find some balance. Okay, I see that is why you enter the month of July feeling inspired, enthusiastic, and feeling hopeful about bringing opposites together in your life. Still, you have a lot of things to choose from, a lot of different opportunities to choose from. They became clearer because now you're receiving these downloads, these intuitive downloads, this knowledge about how your life could be improved, how your routine could be improved due to the fact that you have balanced yourself. Okay? And I see that at the end of the month, you need to be at the end of July, you will need to be a little careful not to not to become over dependent on whatever path you choose. Okay, I see that at the end of July you will have another opportunity of shifting things in your life again, of maybe even choosing again. Okay, maybe I see you here like experimenting with some possibilities and maybe reaching the end of the month and deciding that they are not for you. But this is not a bad thing. This is actually a very good thing. Since you're balanced and you're calmer than you used to be previous to May, now you have the conditions of experimenting many different things and reaching your own conclusions. I also see that this is going to be very important this month of July for you to establish a concrete basis, a base from which to act till the end of the year. I don't know if you have heard that before, maybe even in one of my videos, but 2020 is a 4. It's a year number 4. So it's all about the base. It's all about the construction of the foundations from which we are going to build for the rest of our lives. Okay. So I see that this month of July, specifically for you, my Sagittarius, this is going to be very important in order for you to establish this foundation. But there's a process here, okay? You first needed to find your balance, and then now you need to deal with the many opportunities, the many possibilities you have of making money, of establishing relationships, of following different paths, different career paths. You are more prepared to choose because you're actually very in tune with your intuition, with spirit. You're receiving these downloads. And until the end of the month, you're going to experiment with some of these possibilities. This is necessary. This is a necessary process. And this is something you like to do because you like to embrace life as not such a serious thing, but as an adventure. Okay, so if a new possibility at work can be adventurous, why not make it more and more adventurous? If a new possibility in love, if you have two possibilities in love and these are not committed relationships yet, why not face them as adventures, and adventures in that are going to allow you to get to know yourself better more than anything. Okay, so let's see what these cards are going to tell us about routine. I have the Rebel in reverse, which is the Emperor card the Emperor card in reverse. I have the Fool in reverse. This is actually very good. I have two cards here that came to no, this didn't come together, sorry. I have the Rebirth card, which is the Ten of Swords, and in the traditional tarot. And I have two cards here as a conclusion, which is the Inner Voice, the Inner Guidance, the High Priestess in the traditional tarot. And I have Creativity, which is in reverse. Okay, so okay, I get it. The thing is, this month is going to be about having the right kind of adventure. We were talking about adventures, and with this Rebel in reverse here, this month is not going to be about experimenting at all just for the sake of being different or feeling the rush, okay? Because you need to take advantage of your recently found balance, inner balance. Okay, so this month is going to be about taking a chance on possibilities, be them on love, professionally, whatever, whichever area in your life, taking a chance on possibilities that can actually bring you value and that can actually help you keep your balance. Okay, instead of just going at it randomly. Okay, this month is not going to be about being reckless. Okay, so when I talk about adventures, I'm talking about being able to enjoy from these options and experiment with these options in order to find the ones that are going to actually become your foundation. Okay, if you're younger, this could be about experimenting with different career paths or with different positions, occupations within your current career, so that you can know which suits you best. This could be about working with hobbies so that you can know if any of them actually has the potential to become a stream of income. This is about diversifying, but diversifying as a researcher of what's best for you. And when I say what's best for you, it's a researcher of what is fun but still adds to your balance. Okay, does not disturb your peace. It's about thinking that your peace is priceless. Okay, the first thing you want to think about this month while planning your activities, your everyday activities and your experiments is my peace of mind is priceless. Okay, and this goes with this piece of advice here. This month is not going to be about facing demons. This month is not going to be about trying to resolve past issues. Whatever needs to be solved is going to be solved in action. You're going to experiment with the many possibilities you have and come to a conclusion of what should stay in your life based on how balanced you feel while doing each of those things. So if we're talking about a relationship, for example, this would be the case of keeping in your life people, situationships that actually make you feel good. And not only make you feel good because they're all about the rush, but in a deeper level in which you feel, okay, this person is actually adding value to my life and to my personal balance. Okay, balance is a key word for you in July, Sagittarius. So as a conclusion, I have listen to your intuition. Why is that? Okay, listen to your intuition. If you're having trouble following these downloads, these little voices, or maybe signs, things that you find in books that are extremely synchronous to whatever you're trying to manifest in the world. If you have trouble following that, try to meditate a little bit more. Even if you don't like passive meditation, try to do some kind of active meditation, like walking while sorting through your thoughts, because this is going to be a very active month, and it's not going to be about looking for rights and wrongs. It's going to be about experimenting. It would be premature of you to try to decide everything right now. That's why I have so much duality in this month, because you are going to, in order to transmute the opposites here, you are going to experience many different things, so that at the end of the month, you know, because you have experienced, because you have the feeling, you have felt how this, what is the result of these activities internally. Because of that, you know how to decide better. Okay, but this is an experimentation month. And also, when I have creativity here in reverse as a result of this spread, okay, what I see is that this month is going to be about expanding on ideas that you already had. Okay, so you have a lot of options, but this is not about bringing more options to your life. This is not about creating even more than you have. It's about spending quality time with each of your options. Okay, so if there are people, it's about trying to get to know them better and to go deeper into the relationship, so that you know what helps you keep your balance more, what kind of person helps you keep your balance more. If this is about work, it's not about inventing new opportunities or inventing new scenarios from which you could exert your creativity. It is about being creative and experimental where and with whom you already are right now. Okay, so let's see what the oracle cards are going to talk about that. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Yeah, this, to me, this is talking about maybe you will be a little bit anxious to choose among these many different possibilities, okay, the many different options you have in life. But this month is going to be about experimenting and finding deeper meanings, because you're actually giving a fair chance and a fair amount of time to each of your possibilities. Okay, you're actually experimenting and researching, like I said before. So even if it feels uncomfortable, it's important that you stay there until you have a clearer view based on what brings you balance and what does not bring you balance. And I also have this card here talking about happiness. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Okay, so this is also very important, and it's talking about your intuition. You need, even if you don't believe in the universe, the universal energies mixing with your life, it's important for you to understand that whatever you hear as true to your intuition, to your higher self, needs to be respected. I think this is going to be the biggest challenge here, because I feel you a little bit anxious to just solve and to just decide whatever you need to decide. And you need to give yourself permission to test, permission to spend more time doing whatever you think is worth doing. Okay, and this is not about inventing other things, because I see that for most of you, it's easier sometimes to bring new activities, bring new courses, bring new people to your life than it would be to going deeper into what's already there in order to decide in a more informed way. But the information, the kind of information you need is you need to understand what's adding meaning and what's adding personal growth to your life. And you need to understand what makes you happy by listening to yourself more. Okay, so it's impossible to decide all of that only in your head. You need to experiment. And I have two extra cards. Everything is doubled with you. Okay, so it's all about decisions, balance, etc. I have two cards in reverse here from the Timeless Flux Oracle. One of these cards, I'm going to put it upright so that you can see. It's the pink rose. Details become bigger. Details shine through. So this is in reverse. Okay, so this is practically telling you not to put too much attention in details. Go for the bigger picture, okay, of everything that you go for whatever brings balance to your life as a whole, because sometimes you want something very much, a person, a relationship, a job, because it looks too good on paper or because it attracts you in a way that you cannot even expect. But you know that by putting too much focus here, you're going to lose the bigger picture and lose the balance that you've worked so much to get to in the month of June and maybe at the end of May too. The other thing is the kite. So light, so beautiful, but who's holding the kite? This card here is talking about not being feeling like you are not the person flying your own kite. You're not the person deciding what's good and what's not good for your life. And this is also in reverse. So another message saying you need to follow your own inner guidance. You need to follow whatever feels right and true to your heart, whatever helps you generate balance in your life. Okay, so not too much attention to details, and look for the bigger picture. Look for the bigger picture when it comes to your life, and listen to your intuition. These are going to be very important aspects of your month, because you're kind of in a test drive of your many possibilities, but for the first time in a long time, you'll be filtering these many possibilities and choices you have to make according to what makes you feel balanced. Okay, so I hope you have your question ready, because I'm going to work these dice here for a yes, no, maybe question, and let's see how it goes. Ready? Oh my god, it's out of camera. Okay, this is a probable no. Okay, and I see that this is a probable no because the question that you have asked is probably not in tune with these experimental moves we have been talking about throughout this whole reading. Okay, I say that because I have two indicators of a no, and one is upside down, the other is kind of, to the side, and one indicator of a yes. Okay, so this is a no that will probably not shift, or at least not shift throughout this month, because probably what you're asking about is not aligned to the experimentations you need to go through. It's like you have to experiment first in order for this no to shift. Okay, I hope you have liked this prediction. I hope you have liked this video, and if you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot, and you'll be able to receive all of our updates. Okay, thank you very much, and bye bye.